I welcome you all to this amazing orientation ceremony for April 2023 intake. It's our excitement to have you kickstart your learning journey with Rome Business School, Nigeria. Okay, so this is an event that officially signals a one-year learning journey. Okay, so there are a lot of activities lined up for today. Welcome our participants as you're joining. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Okay, so for more interaction, the chat box will be open for quick networking session. Of course, one reason for you coming to a business school is to open you up for opportunity to network. Okay, so you can drop your LinkedIn URL on the chat box so you can network with one another and then connect with one another. Okay, so also in the interim, on your WhatsApp, your various WhatsApp group, you can also drop a message that signals that you are live in the orientation ceremony. I want to know the program that has the most participants at this time in the orientation ceremony. Okay, while we wait for the others to join, you can drop a message on your WhatsApp. I'm live, I'm in. And while you also drop a fire emoji on the chat box that signals that you are ready for the orientation ceremony. Okay, so please let the chats and the message keep coming in. Let them keep rolling in. You're welcome. Good morning once again. Good afternoon. Good evening, depending on your time zone. Okay, because I believe we have international students here also. So you're welcome once again to the April 2023 intake orientation ceremony. All right, so for this moderation, of course, I won't be doing this alone. I have here with me my partner. I will be taking you on this exciting 2-hour journey together for the orientation ceremony.
All right, thank you so much, Chris. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, our dear executive students, and all our guests on this call this morning. Good morning to you all, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in Nigeria and outside the shores of this country. So we welcome you. It's a beautiful morning, and we welcome you to this beautiful ceremony, the April 2023 intake orientation ceremony. So welcome everyone, welcome our dear executive students, welcome to all our guests. We welcome you all to this ceremony this morning. Like Chris said, we want to see your excitement this morning. You can drop your excitement, drop those emojis in your chat. Let's see the excitement. We want to feel your excitement this morning. It's a beautiful morning and it's your day. So we want you to put in all of the energy this morning. So welcome everyone once again to this orientation ceremony. All right, so to open this beautiful ceremony, we'll be starting by taking our national anthem. So I want everyone on the call stay put as we honor our dear country, Nigeria. So we'll be taking our national anthem right about now.
All right, thank you, Justina. Before we do that, of course, I would like all our participants to put on their video camera. Let them put on their video, okay? So we get to see you, put a face to the name. It's very important for this wonderful event, okay? Keep the fire emoji coming in, keep your LinkedIn URL coming in, and of course, also engage your WhatsApp group. Let's see those that are on the call and those we're waiting for, okay? Engage, very important. Let it keep coming. Let's see how excited you are for the orientation ceremony today. Let those communications keep coming in. Of course, you can also hashtag RBSN23 on your social media platforms so that you can make the world know that you started a journey to becoming a global business leader. This is very important, okay? So your social media platform, or your LinkedIn, your WhatsApp, your Facebook, your Twitter, and of course, your Instagram, okay? The hashtag is RBSN23. Let's have this coming in. Okay, I can see a whole lot of excitement on the chat box. I can see a whole lot of excitement. I can see that. Yes. I can see Temitope dancing. Okay, with the emoji. Very exciting, very interesting. Yeah, keep it coming, keep it coming. Okay, keep it coming. Yeah. So let those that are yet to be on the call, let them know that they are missing already. Okay, because something is about to go down. Okay, let it keep coming. Let it keep coming.
All right, so thank you so much, Chris. So let's keep up the excitement as we take our national anthem.
Thank you so much for the national anthem. It's a pleasure, of course, respect to our dearest country, Nigeria. We know we have international students on this call also. We can't play all the national anthems of all the different countries. Okay, so you pardon us for this. Okay, so keep the emoji coming in, keep the LinkedIn URL coming in to connect with one another during the course of this orientation ceremony. Okay, also buzz your WhatsApp group. Let your colleagues know you are live on this call for the 2023 April intake orientation ceremony. And like I said earlier, also share on your social media and do. The hashtag is RBSN23. Let them know something is happening. Let them know you're about to take your professional career to the next level. Let them know you're about to expand your business. You're about to scale it up because of this master's program. It's going to be an exciting one-year journey. Okay, so we are glad to have you on this call. For those that are just joining, you're welcome to the April 2023 intake orientation ceremony. Okay, so we have a lot of activities lined up to keep you engaged and of course give you more information that will help you on the course of your one-year journey. Okay, so without much ado, I will be welcoming the Dean and Faculty, the Dean and Founder rather, Rome Business School in the person of Professor Antonio Ragusa. Okay, so we'll be giving us some charge as far as the new intake is concerned, and of course, some words of encouragement also. Good to see you, Prof. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you, Dr. Humphrey Akanazu, and all the staff at Rome Business School. And above all, thank you all. Thank to the students who are starting with us this marvelous journey. I'm very, very excited. Unfortunately, I'm in Rome at the moment, but my heart is in Nigeria and with you all, wherever you are. So I simply wanted to give you my initial remarks, so to share some ideas about what's happening today, what is going to happen in the next few months with all of you. So first of all, what I want to say is simply welcome. After this process of admissions, of selection, of reciprocal knowledge, we are finally here to start this journey together and to live an experience that hopefully will change your life for the better in terms of career development, of knowledge, of professional development. And obviously, any one of us now is starting a journey like this person. I think this image well represents what we want to do, what we're doing together, starting from today. We're moving towards a new direction, towards a new horizon, with a brighter perspective and view. And sometimes what happens is that when we start a journey, we already have a clear idea of our destination. So we know exactly where we want to go in terms of professional development, in terms of professional goal. In some other cases, what happens is that obviously, so our students still don't have a clear destination. They know that they want to improve, that they want to achieve something more, but in many cases, the horizon is still a little bit blurred and uncertain. So I'm also curious to know what's your position today. So if you have a clear destination already, please type yes in the chat. If the destination is still a little bit uncertain, please write no. I want to see what's your current position in the journey. Okay. See many yes, some no. Both yes and no's. Okay, that's great. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. No, it's great because obviously, in case you already have a clear destination, so you know exactly, for example, that I want to be a general manager, a marketing manager, a project manager, whatever, will accompany you exactly where you want to go, where you have decided to go already. For those of you where the destination is a little bit uncertain, we'll absolutely do our best with our faculty, with our staff members, first of all, to help you clarify your final goal and to ensure that thanks to the training, the networking activities, the career services that Rome Business School Nigeria will provide you with, you can absolutely achieve also your personal and professional goal. What is sure for us all is that the journey that we're starting is a journey in education. You are investing your time, your money and energy in a master's program, so in education. And I want to share with you that already the word education says a lot about what we are going to do together. It comes from ancient Latin, from two words of Latin that are e, that means from, and ducere, which means to lead. So education has to do with leading someone from a stage where she or he is at the moment to a new and better one where the person wants to go. So our role at Rome Business School Nigeria is to ensure that each of you, as mentioned, can start successfully a journey and move successfully from the situation, from the condition in your career, in your personal life where you are at the moment, to a new and better one that you have already decided or that you will clarify along the journey. Let me share also something about my personal journey and the journey of Rome Business School and Rome Business School Nigeria. So this is me some years ago. I had just finished a master like you are starting today. And I was at the stage of my professional life a little bit strange because I already had a job, quite good one. I was a middle manager, I mean, a safe job, reasonably paid, but I felt that I could do more, that I wanted to achieve something more. I didn't know exactly what. So I'm on the ones of you today that wrote no in the chat exactly. So what I decided to do was to invest in education like you are doing. What happened was that after this master, I started teaching here and there, business management. So I discovered this passion for education, for training. And so based on this discovery, I decided to quit my job and to dedicate myself to education and to entrepreneurship. So I had the crazy idea to found a new business school, literally from scratch, Rome Business School, with the motto that you already know, that is better managers for a better world. Because what we want to do, and what I wanted to do since the beginning, was first of all to train better managers and better entrepreneurs, so people that can have better competencies and skills compared to the average, but also for a better world. Because we strongly believe that each of you can have a positive impact on the society in Nigeria and beyond Nigeria, obviously, and to make the world more prosperous, peaceful, and just. So starting from this crazy idea, I started with the first group of 7 students that you can see here. And then what happened was that also Dr. Humphrey joined Rome Business School in Rome in one of the first editions of the program. And then I will tell you that obviously he was the one that ignited the spark, the idea of developing the school also in Nigeria. So with literally few students, no professors, no money, no staff, the Rome Business School 10, 11 years after has become the most international business school in Italy and among the most international in the world. We have over 2,500 students. We have students from 150 countries. We have many partnerships, but I'm very happy to share with you that in Nigeria we have the only official branch, and I'm very proud and I would say happy to have had this opportunity to develop this idea also in your marvelous country. And it's a network, it's an organization that keeps growing exponentially year after year, not only in terms of quantity of students, of job opportunities, of placement rate, but also in terms of quality, because now Rome Business School Nigeria, like you already know, are recognized by many important accreditation certification bodies, both nationally and internationally. Many of our programs are ranked among the best in the world by Universal, including your programs. And so we are very proud of this development and to share this global family with you. On the personal side, I also had the opportunity of incredible encounters like the one with Barack Obama, who congratulated for what Rome Business School and Rome Business School Nigeria are doing and the impact that we all together, professors, staff, students, alumni, are having on the world for making it more prosperous, just and peaceful. And this is just to say that there are no real limits to what you can achieve, to what each of you can achieve. So basically our mission is to empower each of you, because we want you to fully express your talent, your capability, your energy, and we want you to get rid of any limiting beliefs that you might have. And so I want to go back a little bit to Nigeria, because as I was mentioning, it all started with the encounter with Dr. Humphrey Akanazu, who's now our country director at the Rome Business School Nigeria. You know, like me, that life is made also of encounters, of opportunities that happens like a magic, but they happen when you have the courage and willingness to go beyond your limits and to do something different. So one day, while we were having classes in Rome, he was attending a master in marketing communication. He said, "Professor, but why don't you explore the possibility to do something and to open the school in Nigeria? It's a great country." I mean, for me, it was a little bit unknown. I mean, I didn't know much about Nigeria, but I said, "Okay, let's go. I'll come to Lagos with you and let's see." I was really impressed by Nigeria, especially by the energy of what I call the human capital. It's not a great word, but the energy of Nigerian people, because they're intelligent, very smart, with an energy that is not common to find anywhere in the world. And believe me, I've traveled basically anywhere in the world, so I know many countries, many people. So I said, "Humphrey, let's try, let's do it." So we started in 2017, if I'm not wrong, Humphrey. And then, I mean, we are basically the greatest business school of Nigeria now in terms of numbers, in terms of quality. And this is great for me because basically our idea is to ensure that with our educational contribution, in some way we can be partner of this marvelous country to ensure that it can be not simply the giant of Africa like you already are, but also a giant of the world. And I'm sure that this will happen because once again, the starting point is amazing in terms of resources, in terms of energy, in terms of passion. I'm always impressed when I meet our students in Lagos, when you come to Rome for your study tours, because there's always this incredible energy. And so as Rome Business School Nigeria, we want to support the growth of this amazing country and of its amazing human capital with the best possible management education. This is our commitment, is to ensure that through our education, through our training, you can be fully empowered to be the great business leaders of modern Nigeria, but not simply Nigeria. We hope and we are confident that each of you can become, or maybe you already are, and we help you to do more, in an international business leader. And being part of a business school which is international, hopefully will help you to do that and to become that. So we'll try to support you in this development, in this growth, through 3 levels of services: knowledge, networking, and career services. Knowledge is obviously the basic level. So you will have training, we'll have a lot of classes, we have a very, very good faculty. But I want to emphasize the fact that the training will be deployed and developed around these 3 levels: skill set, mindset, and heart set. So skill set, because we will provide you with the professional competencies and skills that will help you to be great marketing managers or HR managers, finance managers, whatever you have chosen. But we'll also work on your mindset and heart set. So on your attitude towards being a manager or an entrepreneur, because the majority of your sources of success derive from your mental approach towards the problems, the challenges, the opportunities. So with our faculty, we'll work also on this aspect and also on the heart set, because as I mentioned, our motto is better managers for a better world. We strongly believe in an approach to business and management based on business ethics, social responsibility. We think that with this approach, you can have a better, stronger, and more successful life, both in the professional and in the personal domains. The second level is the networking. So already in these initial days of your journey, you are connecting with many people, your colleagues, the staff, the faculty. And this is a very important value that this experience will bring to you. And networking means a lot of activities, means company meetings, business practice labs, means events. So we'll create a lot of opportunities for you to expand your network. And this obviously will represent an opportunity to expand and increase your career development opportunities. Third level, the career services. We know that a key reason to choose a master, to attend a master, is to have a development, a progress in your career. But we also know that each of you has different needs, different desires and dreams. So many of you are already working as managers, but maybe you want to grow in your current organization or go in a new one, but you want to grow as managers. Some others want to be entrepreneurs. Maybe you already are entrepreneurs, but you want to ensure that your company can grow. Some others want to be or already are consultants, independent professionals. So I'm also curious about this. If you can type on the chat if you are or you want to be a manager or an entrepreneur or a consultant. You can type these 3 things: manager, entrepreneur, or consultant in the chat. I'm curious. Manager, Vieni. Who wants to be or already is a entrepreneur, type entrepreneur? Or manager? Okay. Who wants to be a consultant, already is a consultant? You can type in the chat, or you can type manager or entrepreneur. Okay. Okay, so based on your needs, we'll work specifically with the Career Center, with the career team, to ensure that each of you can achieve the personal career path. So we'll have a path more focused on employability for those who want to be managers or want to grow as managers. We have a path for entrepreneurship. We call RBS for entrepreneurship, and also we can support those of you who are interested in being a freelancer, a consultant. The final goal is and will be your professional and personal growth. So we are here to support you and to ensure that this can happen. And this is our, I'll say, key performance indicator. Your success is our success, and we want to bring you hand in hand towards the destination that each of you want to achieve. To conclude, just a couple of things that I recommend you to take into consideration in order to ensure that you can have a great ROI from this program, from this journey. First of all, do you know what ROI already is? ROI. What does it mean? Any idea? Okay, ROI is simply return on the investment. Exactly. So the idea is that we know that you're investing a lot in time, money, energy, and we want to ensure that your return on the investment can be the highest possible, the best possible. To ensure this, we warmly recommend you a lot of engagement during the classes. Obviously, this is an introductory session, but usually there will be a lot of space to interact, to ask questions, to make comments, and so on. So engagement means also commitment, which on a practical perspective means attendance. So we warmly recommend you to attend all classes, to attend all the opportunities of networking that the school will create. There will be many possibilities of meeting other people, managers, entrepreneurs, company meetings, company visits, and so on. So these are all opportunities that are very, very valuable and precious. So don't miss this type of opportunities. I also recommend you to trust the advice not only of the faculty, but of the Career Center, the Career Service. They know how to ensure that each of you can be even more successful in your career, in your journey, and we are there to support you in this direction. Last but not least, persistence. What does it mean? So there can be moments, like in any journey, where you can feel a little bit tired. I mean, this assignment is a little bit difficult. I don't want to study today. I will postpone this activity. My humble advice is try to be persistent, not give up. Usually the difference between failure and success is based on persistence. So your ability not to give up when you're tired or when you see some difficulties. We're here to help you. The faculty, the team of Rome Business School Nigeria, all our partners. So I'm sure that each of you will successfully reach the final destination, the goal that each of you has chosen. And we'll surely meet very soon. We'll have also a great graduation ceremony like we had last year. And as for now, I want to thank you once again for being with us, for starting this journey together. And I wish you, since today, all the best for your personal and professional life. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Prof. Thank you for that wonderful speech. Thank you, sir. I'm sure that our dear executive students have taken some points on from what you have said this morning. And I'm sure for them, two key things that
Thank you.
I took out from what you said earlier on while rounding up your speech is the need for them to be persistent and also committed to this course. It's a beautiful journey, and also to get the best out of this journey, you have to be persistent, you have to be committed, and also be resilient. So thank you so much, Prof, for that great speech. All right, we welcome everyone who is just joining us. If you're just joining us, we welcome you once again to this April 2023 orientation ceremony right here at Rome Business School. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We want to see your engagement. Like I said earlier, if you are just joining us, you can drop your URL, your LinkedIn URL in the chat box so that you can connect with other executives. We have lots of professionals on this call. So drop your LinkedIn URL. Also, I want to see your excitement in your platform, in your group, and on the chat box. Engage. You can take a selfie, put it across your social handles. Let people know that you are starting a beautiful journey. You are starting a great journey this morning. So take a selfie of yourself, put it across your social handles, and talk about what is going on today. So welcome once again. Of course, being a part of Rome Business School, it is important that you understand the Italian culture of Rome Business School. So we are going to be taking you through the Italian culture, and we'll be taking a trip to Rome this morning. It's very important that we pay attention to every information and every activity that will be going on this morning. So right about now, we'll be going on to learn about the Roman culture, and to take us through this, I'll be bringing up my colleague, Modupe Akikumi, who will be taking us through to Rome. She'll be taking us on a ride to Rome. So fasten your seatbelts as we go on. You're welcome, Modupe.
Thank you. Gracias, Justina. Buongiorno, everyone. We are so elated to have you here today in the orientation program of Rome Business School, Nigeria. Today, I will be talking about the Roman culture. My name is Akikumi Modupe, as Justina rightly said, and Rome Business School, Nigeria was first founded in Rome, Italy. And for this reason, we want to familiarize our dear executive students with the city of Rome. So I'll be starting with the origin of Rome. The origin of the city is traced to the reputed founder and first ruler, the legendary Romanus. It is said that Romanus and his twin brother Remus are apparent son of the god Mars. They were suckled by a she-wolf after being abandoned, and when older, they decided to build a city. The two brothers argued, which led to the death of Remus. As a result, Romanus named the city Rome after himself. Romanus permitted people of all classes to roam as citizens, although attempt has been made to find a linguistic root to the name Rome, with a theoretical reference that you can see on the screen. We have the she-wolf and the two people under it, the two images under it. That's the image of Remus and Romanus. So a theoretical root has been tried to be found to know the reason for this. So the name Rome, with a theoretical reference to the turtle wolf, which you have on your screen, that is being adopted and suckled the twins. So moving ahead from there, I'll be moving on to three prominent places in the city of Rome. And to start with, we'll be looking at the Vatican City. The Vatican City is the smallest country in the world and houses St. Peter Basilica, which is the largest church in the world. It built a wall around the base of a hill known as Vatican, of which St. Peter Basilica stood. It is the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church, and it's home to the famous Pope, who gets a throne to sit upon. And this throne is called the Holy See. It is also a store of iconic art and architecture, which we have painting of great artists like Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo. The interesting part about the city, wait for it, is that the HCM speaks Latin. Yes, yeah, HCM speaks Latin. So now we're moving on to the second prominent place, which is the Colosseum. The Colosseum is also known as the Flappen Amphitheater. It is an oval amphitheater and the largest ever built. Construction started under Emperor Vespasian around 70 to 72 AD and completed by his heir and successor, Titus, in 80 AD. Today, it is a symbol of Rome and one of the most visited archaeological sites all over the world. If you are familiar with the image, the logo of Rome Business School Nigeria, you will realize that it has the Colosseum right in the middle. Now you'll be wondering what happened to this other half of this building. So this is the interesting part. The Colosseum lost half of its building as a result of an earthquake in 1349, which brought down the entire south half of the building. Thirdly, the last but not the least, we are saving the most interesting for the last, which is the Trevi Fountain. It is built at the junction of 3 roads. These 3 roads, called Travie in Italian, gave the Trevi Fountain its name, the 3-street fountain. The central image, like you can see on the screen, of the fountain standing in a large niche is the Oceanus, is the image of Oceanus, which is the god of all earth water. And on the two statues standing right on both sides of it is the statue of abundance and health. Now the interesting part, which is the coin seal. You throw in 1 coin into the fountain, you return to Rome. You throw in 2 coins with your left hand over your right shoulder, with your right hand over your left shoulder, you fall in love, supposedly with the person you met at the Trevi Fountain. And if you throw in 3 coins, then you will get to marry that person that you met and fell in love with at the Trevi Fountain. So now you're wondering, what happens to all the money that goes into this fountain? So every money that is being thrown into this fountain, people throw in money there every day. So as a result, over 3,000 euros is being swept up from this fountain every night. And this money goes to an Italian organization called Carista. They use this money to help needy families to buy groceries. Thank you for listening. And this is the end of our little tour to the city of Rome. Dear executive students, do well to visit these places during your international study tour to Rome. Ciao, ciao. Thank you. Over to you, Justina.
Thank you so much, Modupe, for the wonderful historical background to the rich culture of Rome. So our dear executive students, you heard it. Some of this, you need to experience it yourself. So the International Study Tour avails you the opportunity to take a trip to Rome and experience the rich culture of the ancient city. Modupe, we appreciate the insight once again. I love the last part, you know, falling in love with somebody you met there and all of that is interesting. So, dear executive student, you can drop your comments, what you think about, you know, these stories and of course, the insight that was shared from the culture of the Romans, okay? Thank you so much. So without much waste of time, I'll still like you to engage your WhatsApp group, the various platforms for the master's program, to still get those that are yet to join, to know that something is really happening here. And of course, we're getting insight, we're getting more knowledge, we're becoming better, you know, as far as information is concerned. Okay, so I'll be introducing the country director, Rome Business School Nigeria, to give us a walk through what Rome Business School Nigeria is all about. Okay, thank you so much, dear executive students, for taking our time once again. Dr. Humphrey Akanazu. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Chris and Justina. And thank you to Professor Antonio Ragusa. Welcome all of you, executive students and everybody. I would like to start with introducing my mentor, Professor Antonio Ragusa, the founding president of Rome Business School. And he's also the dean of Rome Business School, Italy. He has said it all. You have heard from the horse's mouth. This is a man that has passion for Africa, and you can see it, you can hear it each time he speaks. I will come to that later. I also want to recognize Mr. Alok Kato, the vice president of Olam International manufacturing sector. He's one of our faculty members also, and I also want to welcome every other dignitary here, the faculty, the executive students, our dream team in Rome Business School, Nigeria, the management team, to this 11th orientation ceremony of the Rome Business School, Nigeria. This is a journey we started since 2017 in Nigeria, a journey to use education, like Prof. Antonio said, to empower a lot of Nigerians and Africans at large. It has been 7 years down the line, and the impact has been enormous, and we are just starting, like he said. This project would not have been successful if the hands of the Almighty God is not in it. So I want to thank him first. We have heard from the horse's mouth the mission and the vision of the project. In fact, Prof analyzed it deeply in his detailed presentation. One of our own, Prof is one of our own, but I say he's one of our own, but born in faraway Europe with Africa in his mind. Prof. Antonio Ragusa, who is the founding president and dean of Rome Business School, Nigeria, and Italy as well, is very passionate about Africa, and most especially Nigeria. And whatever he says, you can see that is coming from his heart. The love he has for Africa and Nigeria, you can see it each time he comes to Nigeria with the faculty, with the students, with the team. And in fact, when we will have our graduation ceremony during your own turn, you will experience this. And those of you who would make it to Italy for the study tours and the graduation ceremony, of course, you will see that. Yes, without a good, credible, and committed team, no organization can function or grow. So today, I am going to introduce to you our dream team at Rome Business School, Nigeria, starting from the academic advisor, who is Dr. Fisayo Oyedeji. He's been there since the inception of the school, giving us support, giving us advice on how to move in terms of academics. I believe he's also in this call. We also have our advisory board members. One of them, Mr. Emeka Opera, most of you know him, the Vice President, Corporate Communication and CSR Airtel Africa. He's a smart, great person, and he's been very, very supportive to Rome Business School and also to Professor Antonio Ragusa. Each time he comes to Nigeria, we always, listen to him. He always tells us a lot of, things, how to operate, how to go. We also have Mr. Kayode Abe, the CEO, King's Pride Consult. He has been there since the inception of this school. He's always making sure that we do not derail, especially when it comes to doing things right, projects, learning process. He's a very, very meticulous HR professional in Nigeria, if not in Africa and around the globe. We also have Mrs. Cecilia Osoka. She's partner at Advert Professional Managers. Aveti Professional Manager is also one of the advisory board member. Mrs. Cecilia Osoka is also one of our faculty member, very, very stern when it comes to, following your lectures, doing the right thing, making sure you do your assignments, and, also Rome Business School following, the rules, the policies and everything. So these are our advisory board members, and they have been supporting us right from the inception of the school. You will be meeting them in classes. They are all our faculty members. And then we have the program advisors. These are the people you will be meeting every day. They take care of your learning process progress and the capstone project progress. I will start with Mr. Fuche, who is also an alumni of Rome Business School. We have Dr. Fuche is the program advisor of corporate communication and finance. We have Dr. Constantine Tongo, who is the program advisor of executive MBA. We also have Mr. Kajeta Noswago, program advisor of project management. Mr. Chinedu Achinine, program advisor. Mr. Austin Chukwu. Hello, I hope you can still hear me. So program advisor agribusiness, Mr. Austin Chukwu, who is also an alumni of Rome Business School, Nigeria. You'll be meeting them during your program where you will be doing your capstone project. We also have others, Mrs. Oluwatoyin Oshoba, program advisor, DMBT, that's digital marketing and business transformation. We have the executive and the international. He's also an alumni of Rome Business School. We have Dr. Hector Noro, program advisor, entrepreneurship and innovation and international project management. We have Dr. Samuel Olaikere, program advisor, marketing and sales and international MBA. And we have Mr. Essien Idongesit, program advisor, logistics, supply chain management. He's also an alumni of Rome Business School, Nigeria. We have Mr. Solomon Adebayo, program advisor, data science. So these are our program advisors, and you'll be meeting them during your program. We call them caregivers. They give pastoral care to our students. Of course, you will enjoy doing your project with them. Then we have our RBSN managers. Of course, this is the dream team. I would have loved to, showcase all our employees, but we don't have much time. So we'll introduce the managers whom you will be meeting. And some of them you have already met, like Chris Lawal, the admission and sales manager. Most of you have met him during the course of your enrollment, and also Lakunle Asumo, head of marketing. We have Sam Igwe, the head of academics. Most of you will be seeing him regularly from now. He's the one that will be in charge of your learning process. We have Deborah Iwolode, who is the admin manager. And we have Sarah Ugu, who is the head of career service and alumni relationship. So this is our dream team, starting from the academic advisor to the RBSN managers. Once again, I want to welcome you to this orientation ceremony, and we'll be seeing each other more regularly during your classes and your visits to the campus. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Dr. Humphrey Akanazu, for the wonderful presentation. Of course, giving us a brief introduction to Rome Business School and these key stakeholders, of course, making sure that our students have the best of experience and to take on the challenges of the 21st century business place. Okay, thank you for the presentation. Without much waste of time, I will be inviting, on the podium, Mr. Alok Kato, to walk us through the keynote presentation with the title New Frontiers in a Volatile Business Environment. Okay, so he'll be giving us insights. Okay, before he does that, I'll be giving a brief of Mr. Alok Kato. Okay, so he's the Vice President Manufacturing, Olam International Grains, where he provides leadership, supply chain and operations team of multi-locational and mega-sized wheat milling plants of Olam Grains, Nigeria. Overall annual turnover of more than 1.5 billion US dollars. He has a strong technical and leadership skills with 25 years of experience in leading FMCG and automobile organizations across business management, supply chain manufacturing operations, environmental health and safety, asset care and project management. A keen strategist and planner with skills in conceptualizing and effecting process innovations to enhance operational efficiency and productivity using tools like the TPM, that's the Total Productive Maintenance, and LSS, that's the Lean Six Sigma. Okay, all of these just shows his operational performance and that is a quality control management expert. Okay, so his core competencies include factory management for leading FMCG organization, leading teams across verticals, that's the finance, supply chain, innovation, quality, engineering, HR, project management, and proven ability to turn around assignments, change management, and deliver business expectations. Ladies and gentlemen, dear executive students, it is my singular honor to welcome Mr. Alok Kato to give us his keynote presentation. You're welcome, sir.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks a lot. Okay, and thanks for a great introduction and warm welcome. So coming straight to what I want to talk about. Okay, can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Can you see my screen also?
No, we can't see it yet.
Okay. Okay, so maybe now you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see you. You can see your screen.
Okay, so thanks, Chris, and thanks, Mr. Antonio. Thanks, Mr. Humphrey, and complete dream team of Rome Business School. And thanks for inviting me today to speak to the upcoming management students who are present over there, and they're going to study very different courses and very different courses in your esteemed school, Roman Business School, and then they are going to become entrepreneurs. I can see consultants, managers, and great business leaders. Okay. So what I will be talking about is the challenging business environment that we have these days, and that all of you managers, and including me, that we face every day. The challenging business environment, can be very well understood through a term VUCA. Okay, most of you must have heard about VUCA. So VUCA is all about volatility, uncertainty, ambiguity, and complexity that we have in businesses these days. So I'll try and give some live examples. As Chris introduced, I am Vice President Manufacturing in Olam International, and I handle manufacturing over here. Before that, I worked with PepsiCo and Honda Cars also. So with my experience, I'll try and make you aware what these challenges that we face as managers, as leaders, as entrepreneurs, as consultants every day. Okay, the world is changing really at a very, very fast pace. The volatility, one example which I can give is all about, any natural disasters or any war that we recently faced, Russian and Ukrainian war, which is still anyway going. Okay, so this led to increase in commodity prices and specifically wheat. So wheat really, doubled up the prices, and the volatility in the market becomes very, very high. So as you know, these kind of scenarios can always happen in an environment. And then specifically coming to Nigeria, we have this demonetization and the elections and some other the political changes which happens, okay, which leads to supply chain disruptions. And yeah, so those things led to volatility in the business. And then we have the uncertainties. So a lot of uncertainties do happen in all the businesses, whether you are in hospitality business, whether you're in food, metal, commodity, or FMCG, or or even education, or communication, any business that you are in, and banking services. So you can face uncertainties in your businesses. Okay, like it can be like a competition is launching a new product, or something very, very something very, very innovative comes in. Okay, we have seen this, the way business is changing across all the the things which I mentioned, like from hospitality and banking and communication, everywhere. The way things change, you need to be absolutely aware uh, how exactly the world is moving, how exactly the industry is moving, which you are in, and which you want to become part of that industry. The new competitor can also come. Okay. Now coming to the complexity. See, complexity is these days nothing is is locally. But most of you will be part of some global business houses when you become managers, okay, and or entrepreneurs, and you'll be not only working in your specific local environment. You will definitely, as you grow, okay, as you grow and as you become leaders of and leaders and managers, you will handle the complexity of handling different geographies, okay, different culture of people, and to understand what exactly do they want, and what exactly are their requirements, to understand them. So this all leads to complexity in the businesses, okay, and that one needs to understand. You need to understand the new regulatory requirements which keep coming, even when you are very specific to Nigeria, or even if you like grow across the globe. So you need to understand what exactly are the new regulatories which are coming up, and your business environment is absolutely up to date. And coming to ambiguity, like some examples are like you enter into some new business environment or new geographies. So you may not be knowing exactly what exactly is the are there regulations, okay, what exactly do the people want over there, what kind of customers do we have, what kind of business environment do we have, who are your key stakeholders. So those kind of ambiguities are always there as you want to grow your businesses. Okay, so this is all about the environment that we face every day. So as leaders, as business managers, okay, so these are some of the things uh, which can help you to fight all these challenging environments. So I'll discuss other things also in detail, but like VUCA leadership, okay, so you need to be strategic, okay, you need to have a bigger picture in mind. So because like any challenges or any volatility that you face in the business, it cannot directly impact your business, your guys, your people. It should not impact you directly. So you need to have a very bigger picture, a long-term picture, a sustainable picture. A strategy has to be framed, how exactly, where exactly, and how exactly do you want business to grow. And this is true for any industry which you are in, whether as I told you, different businesses, right, for FMCG, service, banking, telecommunication, food, FMC, anything. And the business is complex these days. Okay, you need to be absolutely networked. And I saw Mr. Antonio also talked about this. You need to be absolutely networked. You need to be dynamic. You need to be interdependent. So like I saw the networking and the zeal and the which was created in the group. And so you need to connect with each other very fast. And this is the requirement of the time. And then adaptive. Okay, be very agile and be very adaptive. The way things are changing, and especially the young generation, the upcoming, the people who are in their early 20s or early 30s. Okay, you need to, they're changing very fast. The requirements also change very fast. The customer requirement also changes very fast. So you need to aware, you need to adopt all these things, be absolutely reactive. And your organization, whether it is big or whether it is small, it has to be absolutely agile. And then it has to be innovative. You need to keep innovating the way you work, whatever work you do, but you need to be very innovative. And even if you are unable to start the innovation, okay, but you need to adopt the innovation. You need to have out of the box thinking. You need to have disruptive emotion, innovation, to ensure that you are ahead of the curve. Okay, then the other is systems. Okay, you need to set up very strong systems, so that whatever business that you are in, at least it is sustainable. As long as there are systems, it is not a man dependent, because the people will keep changing, the business will keep changing. But as long as you have very strong systems in your organization, in your own organization, or in your organization wherever you work, okay, you need to set up systems, and need to set up system for a sustainable future. Okay. And then emergence is all about enable the people, use people, and use your team to get the best out of best out of them, enable them, empower them. And learning is all about keep training yourself, keep developing yourself the way you are doing already, and the way you are developing, and keep developing your team also. Okay, they see what I've learned in last 25 or 27 years that I've worked. Your team has to be as strong as you, and it has to be rather stronger than you. Only then you can become stronger and stronger and stronger. You cannot hire a team which is a weaker team. You need to empower and educate and make your team much stronger than you. Only then you can keep improving and keep becoming stronger. Okay, so few more things which we can do, okay, as part of creating stability in the age of uncertainty. A lot of uncertainties do happen in the environment that we are in, like the example which I gave, because of this war and all. The commodities become very rare, the supply chain completely got disrupted, and the freight charges, they really went up. The naira conversion, the dollar availability was also very rare. And we had real tough challenges, okay, in our business. And the prices has gone up, the demand has gone down. But you need to, as far as possible, many of the things you may not anticipate, but you need to anticipate whatever you can with the best of your ability and capabilities, and ensure that the business, the down the line people, the down the line team is minimal impacted. Okay, because you cannot pass it on all the uncertainties, all the high rises and the price hikes and everything. You cannot pass it on to your customers. They will not accept it. Okay, the moment you become inefficient because of all these instabilities, the political or the environmental instabilities that you have, the business becomes unsustainable. Okay, so you need to anticipate all these things much well in advance. Okay, and then plan so that you don't pass on these uncertainties to your business. Otherwise the cost will really jack up. Okay, whatever cost that you are, in our way, it was the packaging cost, it was the wheat cost, it was the power cost, okay, and the manpower cost, and the other additives and many other things. Okay, so you need to work very closely with the bakers and with your customers, with your consumers, so that you can make them understand that how can we still reduce the cost before we, as an industry, we pass it on to the consumers. So you need to be very, very innovative in doing all these things. Okay, now coming to the future of work, the COVID pandemic, which all of us faced in last couple of years, this has taught us a very different type of, how the future of work is going to be. And then all this, artificial intelligence and chat GPT, which you are hearing these days, okay, this is forcing you, okay, this is forcing you to start thinking and start adopting the future of work. The future of work is not going to be the same the way we are working for the last 10, 20, 30 years. Anyway, it is changing. It is changing the way I started work, and the way I'm working right now after 27 years. It is definitely different, but the way it is going to change in next couple of years, it is going to be changed at a much, much faster pace. Okay, there has to be a very strong technology or very strong augmentation on collaboration between the humans and the technology. You need to understand the technology like artificial intelligence and other things, and ensure that you use in your businesses to the best of what they can offer. Okay, you just can't be out of this, and you need to be in the game, and you need to part of this. And your cost of businesses you need to reduce, so you need to have your borderless digital workspaces, the way we have seen. And this is absolutely true in any industry. Okay, right from banking I've seen working in Nigeria also, we have seen, and across the world, you know they can work very, very remotely. And and especially we have seen in this demonetization case, the way, if the the digital thing is there, then the impact can be much, much lesser in your businesses if you adopt all these changes. And then the culture, set up a culture, okay, of in the, like, whenever you will be part of and you are already part of the businesses, as I understand from the profiles that you have. Okay, but as you become part of the and as you handle different roles, okay, empower your workers, empower your team, okay, and align them and make them learn some new digital skills every day. Okay, the world is changing very fast. The guy who is 20 years old, after 10 years he will become 30 years old, and somebody else will come who's 20 years old. He'll be much more digital savvy or technological savvy. So you need to keep learning just to ensure that you're part of the game. The other thing is very different, is your business models have to adopt the ESG. Okay, whether your corporate strategy, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether a consultant, or whether you are or a manager, okay, it doesn't matter. You need to have your corporate adopt ESG as part of your corporate strategies. Okay, what is ESG? ESG is the upcoming thing, buzz of the things. Okay, environmental, social, and governance. Okay, all these are not an option these days. As you become multinational, multicultural, you need to adopt all these things. Okay, and these have become mandates, not only mandate from a regulatory point of view, mandate from your customer and consumer point of view. These days consumers and customers, they also ask you all these things. If I want to supply any good corporate or any good consumer, he may demand all these things from me. And if I'm able to provide all these things, I'm a better and sustainable business. Okay, like environmental is climate change, pollution and waste, how much pollution you generate, how much CO2 emissions do you do, how much land waste or solid waste do you generate, resource and land use, ecological biodiversity. And then the social, how socially responsible you are towards the community that you work, how diverse D&I, diversity and inclusion, from gender point of view, and from all the the community point of view, like how diverse you are in terms of adopting the different cultures and the diverse cultures in your organization. Okay, then you have to follow the labor, the standard labor practices and health and safety of the people. It's absolutely very, very important these days. Okay, and then comes the governance. See, your leadership, has to follow all these things. You need to be absolutely because when you work in multinational, the organizations, and when you work in multi nations, okay, the small impact, any wrong thing that you do, either hiding the taxes or not paying the taxes or some sort of wrong business ethics, you can be absolutely limelighted. You can come in the media very, very strongly, and it can impact very, very strongly the businesses. And we have seen many such examples in our past, the way businesses have gone down because of the poor business ethics or some poor risk management models that we have. You need to see what I suggest, and what we do as part of our businesses is we set up a target for each and everything which I've mentioned over here. Okay, right from climate change, CO2 emissions, social responsibility, health and safety, D&I. Make a very, very specific target that this is where I am right now, and this is where I want to be after 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever horizon that you see in your businesses. Okay, and again, the most important and very important thing is the digital transformation. As I mentioned earlier also, all your processes, your people and tools, the machines that you use have to be digital savvy, and keep transforming yourself. All your processes, like the way we have, like we get the wheat. Okay, we receive the wheat from the like from a vessel or from some other country. Okay, and then we use the wheat, then we do the good receipts also. Okay, and then we usage of wheat, then we like mixing of wheat. Okay, because we mix certain kind of wheat to ensure that the correct product comes. Then we store, and then we sell it to the customers. Okay, and the payment is released. So all these are very, very different processes that we have. Okay, anybody who's in charge of that process, you'll be part of some process. You may be part of procurement, you'll be part of some manufacturing, you may be part of some services, you may be part of some sales, you may be part of marketing and quality, or many other things, supply chain. Think in your respective function. Okay, how you can digitalize the process that you are in. Okay, this is the way the future is going to work. Okay, the digitization of whatever process that you do ensure that the life is simpler and becomes very, very transparent, and it is less person dependent. Okay, and this is more and more productive. And again, tools, whatever machines that you use, if a part of manufacturing, keep thinking about this, that how can I digitize, how can I reduce the dependence on the manpower, and make the process as sustainable as possible. Okay, now about the agility. Okay, your business has to be absolutely agile. Okay, 90% of the CEO, this is a proven fact. 90% of CEOs believe that company is facing disruptive changes, and still, 70% say their organization doesn't have the skills to adopt. Okay, because see, you need to like whatever bigger your organization is. Okay, when your organization is small, of course it is very, very agile. The moment you see some new product coming from a customer, either in terms of service or a visible product, you can easily change. You can design a new product overnight, you can introduce. But as the organizations grow bigger, okay, to change the processes, to change the machines, to change the equipments, okay, it becomes very, very difficult. But you need to plan those things in whatever function that you are, or if you're leading an organization, that how your different functions are in resonance with each other, and they have absolutely adaptive culture, and they can be as agile as possible. Okay, you need to develop those kind of skills in your in your team, okay, in your processes, you know, so that your business can be as agile as possible. Okay, so this is what I want to share from my side. Okay, and thank you so much for bringing me here, and hope the my experience I've tried to share it, and hope it is useful to all the budding students that we have, the charged up students that I can see, the big you know, enthusiasm in the students and in the faculty, and the dream team that Mr. Antonio and Mr. Humphrey talked about. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Alok Kato. Thank you so much for that great insight. Thank you, sir. I'm sure that we all agree that the business world is, you know, change is now fast-paced in the business world. And of course, as business leaders, it is very important that we stay abreast of, you know, the change and the trends in the business world. Of course, it is important that, as Mr. Alok has said, one of the things I picked from his presentation is the fact that you have to keep adopting innovation in your business. You have to keep innovating, keep adapting to the change, and also stay abreast of the change in the business world if you want to continue to win in that space. And so thank you so much once again, Mr. Alok. I'm sure that executive and everyone on this call has picked one or two lessons from all that you have said. We have lots of, myself, I have some take homes already. Thank you so much, sir. All right, so once again, I'm welcoming our dear executive students and everyone who is just joining us on the call. We are still here at the Rome Business School April 2023 orientation ceremony. So welcome to everyone who is just joining us. Welcome once again. Yes, I can see we are engaging the chat. Yes, let's keep dropping our appreciation on the chat box. Let's appreciate Mr. Alok for that great presentation and for the insights. So thank you all. All right, without much ado, we'll be going on to the next on the agenda. We'll be going on to the next on the agenda, and that is the introduction of the enrollees for the April 2023 intake. All right, so before we go on to that, like I said earlier on, do well to drop your LinkedIn URL in the chat box, connect. Yes, of course, being here in Rome Business School, one of the things you are going to benefit from is networking. So, and it is key for your career advancement. Of course, that is why you are here also. So drop your LinkedIn URL in the chat box, drop your profile. Let's connect with one another. Let's engage. And also put on your camera, take a selfie, put it out across your social handles. Let people know that you are starting a journey today, a great journey today. Yes, the hashtag remains RBSN23. So put it across your social handles as we go on to take the introduction of the enrollees. Thank you. All right. Congratulations to all the enrollees for the April 2023 intake. Congratulations to everyone. Congratulations. Yes, it's the start of a beautiful journey and also a great one at that. So it's what's being excited about. So show your excitement, keep showing your excitement, keep showing your excitement. Let people know that you are starting a great journey. All right. So as we all know, we are still here at the Rome Business School orientation ceremony, and we have just received the speech from the keynote speech from Mr. Alok. And Mr. Alok is also a faculty member here in Rome Business School. He's a faculty for the MBA and also the logistics program. So you can be sure that you are in the right place and that you are going to get so much value during the course of your journey here in Rome Business School. Yes, so welcome everyone once again. Without much ado, we'll be going to the next on the agenda. And like I said earlier, we have lots of information for you, and it's important that you pay attention and you also stay put, stay on the call, do not go. We have so much, we still have a lot for you today. So we'll be going on to the next on the agenda. That is I'll be introducing the advisory board representative in person of Mrs. Cecilia Osoka as she takes us, as she gives us our speech. You're welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, you're welcome. Everybody is welcome. You know, I'm always fascinated every time I have to come to these events because we keep on getting better and better. And, you know, the conviction that we are making better managers for a better world just keeps on increasing. And so I want to welcome everybody who has decided to make Rome Business School Nigeria part of their leadership journey. It's a leadership journey because at this stage of our lives, a lot of us, all of us, have taken steps, you know, conscious steps to be part of this. You know, we're not pushed into it because we are all first degree holders, but we are spending our money because we feel that this is where we want to be. For those who had ticked no, initially where Professor Ragusa was asking us questions, I just believe that the no is that you just want a little bit of certainty as to where you are going, not that you don't know where you're going, but just a little bit of certainty by joining this program. And with that, I want to say welcome once again to Rome Business School Nigeria ecosystem. You know, that's the word we use now, our ecosystem. As Alok was talking, I just said to myself, I'm a small business person. And everything he was saying, I said to myself, if you are a small business person or small business owner, you can do it. We are being forced to do it because when you do it, you'll be recognized. You know, you will just be recognized and you may not know. But it's important that we factor this into our businesses, as small business owners. So as we grow, it then becomes very easy for us. It becomes very, very easy for us, for those of us who are small businesses. And so why ecosystem, you know, of Rome Business School Nigeria? We talk about the ecosystem because we have the schoolwork we do, which is the didactic team. We have the career advancement, which is what everybody thinks that they have come here to do, which is move ahead and also network. And then we have what I call the sustainability operations. Just like Alok had also said, he said, talking about ESG, environmental, social, and governance issues, we talk about sustainability. And that sustainability means that we have people who are working with us to ensure that Rome Business School grows. And we are also going to grow with Rome Business School in order to ensure that what happens to us as individuals, we grow with the ecosystem, we thrive in this ecosystem. And this ecosystem helps us to go beyond us. And what does that mean for me? It means for me that when I am here in Rome Business School, the same way that you are here in Rome Business School, what should happen to us? That your elevation journey here becomes the testimony of another person's journey, you know, on their own elevation drive. So your elevation journey in Rome Business School should become the testimony of someone else's elevation journey. And what does that mean for me? It means that when they know you attended Rome Business School and see the difference that you are making and the impacts that you are making wherever you are, they will ask you, where did you attend? And you say Rome Business School, so automatically they become students with Rome Business School and beyond. And the good thing about us in Rome Business School is we only can get better and better. As Dr. Humphrey said, he said, oh, I'm a process person. I like to ensure that processes are kept. We walk the talk. And so it is in my small organization. We have to walk the talk. And therefore, when you leave Rome Business School, what happens? We walk the talk here. You can't find us in Rome Business School being among those that they say they do this, they do that, they are not doing it right. And therefore, we also encourage feedback. Feedback, positive feedback that can help us get better and better. And with that, I want to say once again, thank you for coming into Rome Business School. Allow your journey in Rome Business School be the testimony of another person's journey in life. And I wish us all the best, knowing fully well the rigors that we are going to go through. I'll be seeing some of us in our classes. You know, I'm starting next week with mind-opening accounting, and also I'll be teaching the MBA classes. And so you also understand that everything we do here is practical. We talk through it. It's not the intention of anyone to say that you would fail, but it's also the intention that it comes naturally to you. And as you thrive in your business, you have a global picture of where you want to go to. And with that, I say welcome once again, and looking forward to seeing each and every one of us at some point in time. Welcome to Rome Business School, Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much. That was very short and inspirational. Thank you, Ma. All right, so we'll be going on to the next on our agenda. Like I said earlier, here in Rome Business School, we have a lot for you, and we have lots of information. It is important that you also get to know about the professional bodies that we have partnership with. And so I'll be bringing up a representative from the Chartered Institute of Marketing as they take us through this professional body and give us insight into what we stand to benefit being a part of Rome Business School, and also what we stand to gain in this professional body. All right, so I'll be bringing up Mrs. Morin as she takes us through the Chartered Institute of Marketing. You're welcome, ma'am. Ms. Morin.
Yes. Can you unmute me, please?
We can hear you, ma'am.
Can you unmute me?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
Ah, excellent. Thank you very much. It wasn't letting me unmute. Thank you. And good morning, everybody. It's absolutely my pleasure to be here with you all. I'm very excited to join you again. CIM have had a long partnership with the Chartered Institute of Marketing, where we've accredited a number of your courses that have marketing in them. So I'm just going to take a few moments just to give you a little bit of background about who the CIM is, and also about what that means for you're studying. So I am going to share my screen if that's okay with you. So bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, can you confirm you can see my screen? It's a blue screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
That's perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, so just to tell you who the Chartered Institute of Marketing is, we are a global marketing organization and we've been around for a long time. We've been around for actually over 100 years, but our purpose has always been the same. It's about supporting marketers in their career, right the way through their careers, starting with people like yourselves just about to embark on your master's programs, right the way through to chartered marketers. We are very much a global organization today with members in over 127 countries around the world. So everything I tell you today will apply no matter whether you decide to stay in Nigeria to work, or whether you come to the UK, or whether you work for Australia or India or wherever in the world. We are known for our training courses and our professional qualifications, and we are the only organisation in the world that can actually offer the chartered marketer status. And I'm very proud to say that I've now been chartered for about 20 years myself, and I'm a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Marketing. So I'm very passionate about what I want to tell you today. As I mentioned earlier, our organisation is or your programmes are accredited by the Chartered Institute of Marketing. And what that actually means is we've looked carefully at the quality and quantity of marketing that you have done. And we are very pleased to be able to award the accreditation logo. It also means that those people on the programme that successfully complete the master's degree will in fact get exemptions against our professional qualifications. And you'll see on the screen we have a whole variety of different qualifications, and the 2 programmes that you actually will get exemptions against are the professional certificate and the professional diploma. Your program leader, when you start the course, will be able to give you much more information about how what those modules look like and what to do if you want to complete the missing modules and actually leave university not only with an excellent degree from the Rome Business School in Nigeria, but also a professional qualification as well. Our partnership also allows you the opportunity of becoming a studying member as well. Studying membership costs £65, which is considerably cheaper than our normal membership, but it gives you full access to everything that a normal member would get. Lots of things to help you with your studies, but also access to our webinars, access to our popular newspaper. It also gives you access to our mentoring stream, lots and lots of other exciting things. And on graduating, you will be able to upgrade for free to a graded membership, to either ACIM, or for some of you that have got quite a lot of experience, to MCIM. And you're able to use those designatory letters behind your name, and you can then start your journey towards becoming chartered as well. In the meantime, if you don't want to become a studying member yet, as a partner institution, you are able to access the Chartered Institute of Marketing Marketing Club, which is specially designed for students. It's free, doesn't cost you anything at all. There is a QR code on the screen. If you've got your camera on you now, you can actually take a photo of that, and that will give you a list of free webinars and lots of employability events as well. I'm sure these slides will probably be shared with you afterwards. So if you don't get an opportunity to do that now, you know, obviously, hopefully you will do later on. But if you want to know more about the Chartered Institute of Marketing, the exemptions that it gives you, about studying membership, then speak to your program leader when your course begins. So I just want to wish you all absolutely every success in your marketing career, and I look forward to perhaps joining you on a course soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Maureen, for the wonderful insights. Of course, for our dear executive students pursuing the Masters in Marketing program, because this will be of immense help to them. Okay, so if you have further insights, or if you have further inquiries, of course, you can drop it on your WhatsApp group. you'll be guided appropriately by your program coordinator. Thank you, Maureen, for the insights. Yeah, we're glad to have you on this call. All right, so keep the chats coming in. Of course, keep the fire emoji coming in if you're enjoying the session so far. Okay, so the next, we'll be inviting a representative from the Project Management Institute in the person of Mr. Emeka to give us insight into how to become a member, and of course, the various certifications that the Institute offers project managers in order to become better at what they do. You're welcome, Mr. Emeka.
All right, thank you. Very grateful for this opportunity. Once again, I really want to thank the management of Rome Business School for giving us this ample opportunity to be part of this orientation program and to also share insights of what we do with Rome Business School. My name is Emeka Oscar Onachukwu. I am the Partner Success Manager for Nigeria and East Africa for the Project Management Institute. Of course, I know many of us are familiar with PMP, Project Management Professional, which is the most popular certification offered by PMI. However, we have a blend of other courses that we also provide. So PMI has, which actually started way back in 1969 in the United States of America, supporting organizations like NASA, the National Aeronautics Space Administration and Institute, and IBM and Microsoft and the rest of them. Currently, we are in Africa, presenting, offering certifications, supporting organizations, improve project management processes and practices across organizations, and also improve their methodologies. And we've been working closely with a lot of businesses, institutions, government agencies across Africa, and also other continents of the world in supporting project management practices. So one of the things I really want us to know in our introduction to PMI is the fact that the key challenges that we have observed and we actually want to deal with across the globe for PMI basically is that we understand that over the years now, there has been 2.3 million project management jobs, and that has been created on a yearly basis. And as much as 89% of organizations have at least one PM office. So in every sectors of the economy, we find PM offices across these organizations. 12% of resources are regularly wasted in managing projects, right? We've had issues, we've got reports from various organizations across the globe that resources are being wasted while managing projects. Also, 29% of these projects are actually constrained or don't get completed on time. And we also know that project managers try to keep up with ever-changing PM tools. In other words, the world, the economy is dynamic, the volatility of the economy is so high, and project managers are actually trying to keep up with ever-dynamic changing tools in project management. So this is why PMI is present. The whole idea is to empower people, empower ideas to become reality, to solve these related challenges we find across the globe. Of course, it's not peculiar in Africa. We know it's in other parts of the world, and that is why PMI is set up. Recently, we have over 10, 20, 30 certifications and various forms of networks that we've actually created to engage project managers and also anyone who has that interest in becoming a project management professional or actually knowing the concept of project managers, not just in managing organizational structures or businesses, but also in entrepreneurship. So we provide a wide range of offerings from the learning and professional network to certifications and to standard and digital product. So one of the most popular certifications, like I mentioned, we have the project management professional. We still have the certified associate project management, portfolio management professional, and so on and so forth. I'll be sharing this slide. You will see, more of this by the time you go to the slide, and I'll be available to answer any questions. But I also want to bring to the house that there is this 45-minute free tool of understanding the project management fundamentals from PMI, which we call the kickoff. I will share the link before I leave here. And with this link, by the time you complete the course, you have access to answer about 10 questions, and at the end, you have a micro credential. It's just the basics of or the fundamentals of project management, which offer free to anyone, and anybody can actually apply to, go through that course. Now, we had a very interesting relationship. We started up a serious, strong partnership and collaboration with Rome Business School, and I'm grateful for the management for actually bringing us in supporting, our advocacy for project management. Normally, to become a member in PMI, it currently costs about $99. However, becoming a student member, there's another section where you become a professional member, which is $99. Becoming a student member across the globe is $32. But I'm happy to announce that for Rome Business School, we've been able to get a good discount for $12 for becoming a student member, particularly for Rome Business School. So one of the benefits of becoming, or there are huge benefits of becoming a student member, but one key thing I want to really share with us is that there's this opportunity for you to network with students, professionals across the globe who have this high interest in becoming project managers and also learn from experienced project managers. You also get connected to most of our events and conferences and access to some of our digital resources at discounted rate and some of them for free. So many benefits. Of course, you could go to the website and you get more info about that. Also, with the Rome Business School collaboration, the most popular certification, which costs about $550, with Rome Business School, we have a good arrangement for you to get it down to as low as $384, which include the package for membership and also students at the main exams. We also have some discount even beyond this, depending on the level or the category of students that actually come in or actually show interest for these PMP exams. This is something we can share with you in details by the time you reach out to your program department. Now, having said that, if you feel free, you really want to know more about the PMP certification, you want to know more about the PMI student membership, please feel free, reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to connect with you. Also reach out to your program advisors and I'm sure they'll be able to share more details. Thank you so much for having me, and please, I congratulate every one of us for being part of this orientation program and joining Rome Business School. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emeka, for the wonderful insights. Of course, you've had it. There are a lot of benefits for coming on board to Rome Business School, especially if you're looking to get the PMP certification or become a member of PMI. Okay, so you have the discount as stated by Mr. Emeka. Thank you once again. All right, so if you can also drop comments and questions on the chat box. Okay, so you can also respond to it. And for further inquiries, you can drop your questions on your WhatsApp group. Your program coordinator will duly attend to your questions. Thank you all. And I'd also like to welcome those that are just joining. Of course, you've missed a lot, but you are welcome to the orientation ceremony 2023 intake. For those of us that have our camera switched off, I'll also employ you to put on your camera so that we can also place a face to the name and we can network together. You can also drop your LinkedIn URL and connect with one another. And also you can display and post on your social media handles hashtag Rome Business RBSN 23, signal the beginning of the journey towards becoming a global business leader. Okay, without much waste of time, I'll be inviting a representative.
Mr. Emeka, you can stop sharing your screen.
All right, Mr. Emeka. All right, thank you. So I'll be inviting a representative from the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, CIPM, in the person of Mrs. Margaret, to give us insights into the institute and of course, how it's beneficial for human resource professionals. You're welcome, Mrs. Margaret. Yes, Ms. Margaret, are you on the call, please?
I can't, so can you unmute me? Okay. Yeah.
All right, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Margaret Komolafe. I work for, can you see? Okay. Okay, my name is Margaret Komolapo for Management of Nigeria. I'm in the retail marketing department. So once again, I'm glad to be here, and I welcome everyone to the orientation program for the Rome Business School. Okay, so going straight to the points. Chartered Institute of Personnel Management is the apex regulatory body in charge of human resources. We manage people to get out the best from them. It was chartered in Decree 1958, and the institute came into existence fully in 1968. So what is the vision of the institute, and what is the mission of the institute? Quickly, the vision of the institute is to be the foremost management institute respected across the nation. Okay, then we have different, we have a core value that we believe in. So we believe in creativity. Number two, then integrity. We have professionalism, and we have respect. So what is the Chartered Institute all about? It's all about human resource management, managing people to get the best out of them. And so what are the different routes of membership that we have? We have the examination routes, we have the practitioners route, we have the academic routes. That's a practitioners route for people who are already practicing HR. Then we have the academic routes. We also have the military route. And so you can come in to join the institute in any of these routes based on your experience. But for the aspect of the Rome Business School, we are only going to focus on the examination route. So we have 6 stages of the exams, but because we are into partnership with Rome Business School, you're not going to start from the very levels of the first level of the examination route. You start from, you've been exempted from so many levels. So you only write few courses, which is just like 5 courses as agreed as we have entered MOU with the Rome Business School. So this is a very big applause for Rome Business School and for CIPM. So you don't have to start from very beginning of the program. And so you may ask that if I join this institute and I write this exam, what is my benefit? So the first benefit is that you have a license to practice after you've graduated, finished the exams, and you're inducted. So you have a license to practice. And this license is not only recognized here in Nigeria, it's also recognized across the global village. So secondly, you have a great network of people to liaise with. So, and what is that supposed to mean? It means you have opportunity to network with people through a whole lot of programs and sharing knowledge about HR and getting to where you want at the peak of your career. Then we also have you to attend. One of the benefits too is for you to attend our program at a discounted price when others are paying higher, because you're a member of CIPM, that you have come in through the Rome Business School. You can attend our programs at a reduced cost. And you also have transcript for international travels. Then adding to that, recently CIPM opened another branch in UK. So you don't only end your career here, you can continue in UK, and we are still working towards collaborating with CIPD. So these are all the benefits you enjoy. We have the e-library for you to also get information. We have HR experts that you can share in your difficulties in HR, any experiences, difficulties you're facing. We have expertise in the house that can always attend to your issues of concern. And these are people who have been practicing HR. Their wealth of experience is very, very wide. So with all of this, you can't just lose out. And importantly, you keep asking why HR, why HR? HR is very, very important and key in any organization, because that is the only place you can manage people very well. It's not just about the business. And you see, when you handle people very well and you have the right people in place, you'll be able to run the organization to any level, because people are motivated, people are happy, people are satisfied. So don't just sit down and say, I don't need HR. You need this knowledge, you need this experience. And I thank Rome Business School very much for bringing in this, so that you just have that knowledge that, see, I need to manage people well to get the best. So CIPM is giving you that opportunity to join us, just like Rome Business School has created it. So we have discounts for you based on your subjects taken. And with this, we just write few exams and you become chartered. And like I said again, you have license to practice. Thank you very much. And if you have any other question, you can put it on the chat. We will always handle it. All through Rome Business School, we will always handle it. And we look forward to receiving you to join the Institute. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Margaret, for the wonderful insights about the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, and of course, some of the things they need to do to be part of this great body. Because this CIPM is an institute that's created by an act of parliament. So you becoming a member gives you the needed leverage within the world of human resource management. Thank you so much, Mrs. Margaret, once again. Okay, so I would like to invite a representative from the International Institute for Tropical Agriculture to share some insights into what they do, especially for master's students in agribusiness management. Okay, so I'd like to invite Mrs. Banwo to give us this insights. All right, Mrs. Banwo is not on the call at the moment. Okay, so without further ado, I'll go straight to inviting a representative from the Council of Supply Chain Management Professionals in the person of Ms. Delisa to give us insights into what the council stands for, and of course, how it's going to benefit us executive students pursuing the Masters in Logistics and Supply Chain. Ms. Delisa, please.
Hi, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon to some. Welcome, scholars. It's such a pleasure to be here today to speak about our different programs that we offer in the supply chain management. I'm going to share my screen with you and give you a little bit more insight about the programs that we currently offer. But as you're choosing your path in life, realize that your overall goal is to achieve a success rate that is comfortable for you in your future, for yourself, and for your family. The supply chain industry is in high demand currently right now. They're looking for diligent professionals to maintain the supply chain industry, both from a trade standpoint and also too from a domestic standpoint. So what we currently offer right now, I'm going to share my screen with you. Can everybody see my screen? Yes? Okay, select, here we are. Fantastic, here we are. The Council for Supply Chain Management started in 1963. And what we provide is a networking and career development educational opportunities for the supply chain industry. And there are different sectors in the supply chain industry that people are not quite aware of that needs to be operated on a daily basis in order to keep the supply chain going. This is what gets our different products to our homes, and it also allows us to do exporting and importing trade. Our SC Pro Fundamentals program is for an individual who currently doesn't have any knowledge about the supply chain industry. And with this particular program, we cover 8 different sectors of the supply chain industry that would give you some insight and some knowledge and some lingo on how the supply chain industry is currently ran and operates on a daily basis. From those 8 tracks that we currently have for the fundamentals, you will learn various different skills, supply chain management principles, about the overall concepts and each department that works within conjunction with one another in order to make the supply chain work. Customer service operations, that is very important for dealing with supply chain from end-to-end operations. Supply chain management and procurement, manufacturing and service operations, transportation operations, which covers every sector of transportation, from seaway through airway, through trainway, mobileway, and pipelines. We also give insight on the different documentations that you need to utilize when doing these forms of transportations, as far as bill of lading, commercial invoicing, and insurance. We have inventory management on how to maintain the inventory that comes in and out of the warehousing. We have warehousing operations available for you as well, and demand planning to give good forecasting on what you need to order and when. These tracks can be taken individually, and for each one of the tracks, you will receive a certificate for that particular track. You may not want to be specialized in transportation operations. You may want to focus more on just supply chain management and procurement. This is an option for you. So with each one of the tracks that we currently have available, you can choose your path on which one of the sectors you would like to venture off into in the supply chain industry at any time, or you can receive all 8. Receiving all 8 will give you an overall view of all of the different components that are combined within the supply chain industry. If you are an individual who currently has a 4-year degree and you currently already have some forms of skills in the supply chain industry, please go for our level 1 certification. This particular certification is internationally known. With this particular certification, it can move you up to supervisory positions, managerial positions, and also executive forms of positions. With the level 1 certifications, we have a multiple choice exam for you to take, and it will give you a broad overview of the integrated supply chain management, demand and supply chain integration, supply management and procurement. We go a little bit more in depth about manufacturing and servicing operations. We really dig deep into the different components that deals with transportation and how you would make that happen when it's going from exporting, importing and exporting from the warehouse to manufacturing, from the manufacturing to the distributors to the consumer. Inventory management, on how to really dig deep, how to go in and fill out those documents, on how to order the actual products that are needed when it is time to do so. We have a little bit more information here on the order and fulfillment and customer service, because when you're in the supply chain, a customer service representative is the point of contact that deals with everyone in the supply chain. Not only do they deal with the consumers and deal with the replenishing of the products, they also deal with every component as far as warehousing, manufacturing, inventory and procurement, demand planning. They are your go-to. And without them, it would make the process a little bit harder in order for people to operate on a daily basis. So when you're choosing your goal and choosing your path and where you go to in life, please don't overlook the various opportunities and job employment opportunities that are available in the supply chain industry. Taking advantage of these certifications would give you a thrust into that particular industry, which would give you a knowledge that is incomprehensible as far as where you can go with this. You can't just stay at one level. From here, you can only grow in order to be better. So I'm going to say to you today, when you're going through and you're choosing your path and what direction you want to go into your life, success starts with you. And whatever path you choose, stay on your path until your journey is complete. Best wishes to you. Thank you for having me today. Stop sharing my screen.
All right, thank you so much, Delisa, for the wonderful insight. Of course, success is a gradual process, and you can't remain at a level. And that's why we have our executive students on this orientation ceremony events, to kickstart another journey towards becoming better, and of course, driving change within the business place. Okay, so as we round off, as we're winding down the orientation ceremony, okay. So the next we'll be having is the testimonial from one of our alumni in the person of Mr. Austin. Okay, so Mr. Austin is an alumni from the Masters in Agribusiness, October 2020 intake. Okay, so we'll be sharing, his success stories and his experience with Rome Business School in the 1-year journey. And of course, also subsequently, because if you're in the community, you become part of the community. So I'll be inviting Mr. Austin to share his testimony.
Good afternoon, everyone. And congratulations to the students. Congratulations in the sense that a lot of us took a hard decision before concluding on coming to Rome Business School. Congratulations to you because you finally made a good decision. And also congratulations in your induction into the Rome Business School. One of the things that I also perceive a lot of us will be thinking is, I hope I've not made a bad decision. Because I also felt that way at some point. And so when I say congratulations, I'm saying congratulations because I know you did not make any wrong decision. You made a very right decision, very correct decision. A lot of us will also be asking ourselves a question. In fact, there was a colleague of mine that I encouraged to join Rome Business School. One of the questions she was asking was that, will Rome Business School be acceptable, maybe to doing programs? Probably you want to do other programs, maybe like PhD for those who are doing their masters in one floor. And so she was concerned about that, and also told me about some of her friends that are also sharing the same concerns, wherein after now, if I want to maybe travel abroad, will WEX accept this? Will they acknowledge this certificate? And I'm here to answer that question to say yes. Because by the time I was done with my master's in agribusiness, I decided I want to run a PhD program. I did the same certificate that Rome Business School had issued to me and applied to a school in US. I want to let you know that not only that I was given admission, I'm already doing my 3rd semester with the school, which means the certificate was well accepted. And you can use it in any way you want to. It's well recognized anywhere in the world. And so that answers the question and the concerns. Whether you are saying, or if you're asking, will this certificate be able, will it be acceptable somewhere else outside Nigeria or outside Italy or Rome? Anywhere in the world acceptable. I can assure you that because I am currently using it. That is the only certificate I submitted for my PhD program. It was accepted. They accepted it and gave me an admission. So please, I want to encourage you. The opportunity Rome Business School will give you is beyond imagination. I never knew. I just said, let me come in and add certificates to what I already had, maybe acquire more degree. But the contact that Rome Business School has given me is mind-blowing. There are some places that I go today, just because I was in Rome Business School or I studied in Rome Business School and I ran into one person and say, I need help. I say, okay, yeah, that's true. I know you. We were in Rome Business School together. I can remember you. And the doors, in fact, I have enjoyed a whole lot of opportunities just because either through the facilitators, the lecturer, the faculty members, or fellow students that we were together in Rome Business School. And I want to ensure you that by coming into Rome Business School, it is really a world of limitless opportunities. Welcome once again. Thank you for coming, and see more of you as you progress in your studies, especially for those who are in the field of agribusiness. See you soon. You're welcome. Thank you very much, everyone.
All right, thank you, Mr. Augustine, for the wonderful testimonial, about your experience in Rome Business School for the 1 year period. Of course, for our dear executive students, this decision, it's a very intentional one. Just like the dean had said earlier, you get an ROI for at the end of the day. Okay, you become better, you become more knowledgeable, of course, you get more skill sets to drive change and take on the challenges of the 21st century business place. Okay, so as we wind down, I will be bringing back a representative from the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, to give us insights into the institute and, of course, the benefits for our students pursuing the Masters in Agribusiness Management. You're welcome, Mrs. Powell.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. It's always a great pleasure to be part of this orientation program, and I applaud the great work Rome Business School Nigeria is doing in developing capacity in Nigeria, and I must say in Africa and the world. So I'm going to quickly share my screen now. My name is Modupe Babu. I work as the External Training Manager at the Capacity Development Office of the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture. So this minute, the slide is just going to show a bit of what IITA, which is the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, is all about. So give me a moment to quickly share my screen. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, please? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you very much for that feedback. So yes, this is IITA. What you can see is IITA, which sits on a 1,000 hectare land in Ibadan. And this is an area view of the campus. And what is transforming agriculture in Africa? That's our aim, that's our hope, and that's our value proposition. Who we are a nonprofit institution that generates agricultural innovation to meet Africa's most pressing challenges. And some of these challenges, like we know, hunger, malnutrition, poverty, natural resource degradation. We work with partners across sub-Saharan Africa to improve livelihood, enhance food and nutrition security, increase employment, and preserve natural resource integrity. We're a member of CGIL, which is a global research partnership for food secure world, because CGIL works around the whole world, and we have about 14 centers internationally. Our mission is to offer leading research partnerships that facilitate agricultural solutions to hunger, poverty, and natural resource degradation throughout sub-Saharan Africa. So what it means now for us in our mission is that we are also concerned about climate smart agriculture, climate smart strategies. We do not just want to say, okay, we're planting, we're farming without looking at the land degradation. It's important that natural resources are not totally eroded in the bid for getting food. We are a lead research partner in facilitating agricultural solutions to overcome hunger and poverty in tropical agriculture. So these are some of the impact area of the CGIL, which we are a part of. And audiences are internal scientists and partners, external, every partner with public, collaborators, media, donor, farmers, all around. We work with all partners because we know that if it's a collaborative thing, we cannot do it alone. And everyone's part, everyone has a part to play, and everyone's part is important in ensuring that we have a food secure future. These are some of our research teams: biotechnology and genetic improvements, natural resource management, social sciences and agribusiness, plant production, health management, nutritional security. And our strategic innovation. So we are committed to develop capacities of individuals, institutions to share knowledge and innovation. And this is part of it. Some students came to visit the plant pathology lab, and staff are actually putting them through some of these, some of their innovations and techniques and processes used in the lab. We also work in promoting adoption and learning, and beyond that to scale, because that is important. It's not enough to just start with small farmers. These technologies have to reach out, and what are we doing about scaling them out? These are our crops. We have some mandate crops, and these are our mandate crops: cowpea, cassava, maize, soybean, yam, banana, and plantain. Although we work with some partners to do other things such as rice, sorghum, and the like, I may not bore you with all that. Where we are, our headquarters is in Ibadan. That's where with Rome Business School, the agribusiness bootcamp takes place in Ibadan. But we have also the West African hub, we have the Central African hub, we have the Eastern African hub, Southern African hub, and the Sahel, where we would operate and do some of our researches and also delivery of this research. Like we said, IIT is very passionate about capacity development, or capacity, like we say now, capacity sharing, because it's all about a collaborative thing. And we work with individuals, we work with an organization, and it's also important that we ensure that there's an enabling environment for learning to occur. So some of these strategies is to improve attitude, knowledge, skills, and behavior of individuals. So the relationship with Rome Business School that we've had over time, where members of the agribusiness, masters in agribusiness come for the bootcamp at IIT, is not only about giving knowledge, we also ensure that people are aware of some of this, well, I say, technologies that are out there, and also how they can fit in. If they have opportunities to be policymakers, what you can also contribute to ensure that agriculture goes beyond where it is now in Nigeria and Africa. So we improve attitude. Our aim is to improve attitude, to increase effectiveness of processes and functioning organizations, and also to contribute to policies and regulatory framework that will improve the environment for scaling and knowledge sharing. This is a lot of what we do, and I know some that involved Rome Business School, the delivery, design, and evaluation of training. So our strategic learning and development areas includes NARIS, which is the work with partners like Rome Business School, public partners, farmers, national research partners, and all partners all around. They also work with youth and women. So we have some programs, which is the STEP, the EAR. STEP means Start Them Early program, which we're doing with secondary school students to show them what agriculture can be like beyond just the part of drudgery, looking at digital agriculture, use of digital tools for agriculture mechanization and the others. Then we work with partners, privates and others. And then one other thing we're doing is looking at vocational training and vocational skill upgrade. And that includes working with ATVETs, which are agricultural technology vocational centers. And all in all, ours is to disseminate research and knowledge products out to the world so that this can be adopted. Our partnership with Rome Business School commenced in 2019, and over time we've worked to get them to have about 3 boot camps. We started in 2020, and that was an online session. And since then, June 2021, June 2022, we had an AIM class session. And I must say that beyond that, so some partners, some of the students or some of the trainees who attended the Rome Business School for last year, the boot camp for last year, actually came back because they wanted to do more, and they had another training in November, which was based on an area they were interested in, and that's the commercial feed producers training. And so that is what we do. It's about empowerment, it's about awareness, it's about changing the landscape of agriculture in Nigeria. So our discussions usually during this bootcamp include technological innovation, food development, circular bioeconomy, and visiting of different facilities within our IP. So with
Okay, we're having a network interruption there from Mrs. Banwo. She was giving us insight into what the boot camps is like, and of course, how engaging it is. Okay, so thank you so much, Mrs. Banwo, for the insights. Of course, there's a boot camps that will be coming up by June this year. Okay, so it's another exciting time to get more knowledge and see new technologies within the agri space. Thank you so much, Ma, for this insight. I'm pretty sure it will be really appealing to our executive students pursuing the Masters in Agribusiness. All right, thank you so much, dear executive students, our guests so far for hanging in here. Okay, we're currently drawing the curtain for the orientation ceremony. Okay, so I also like for our other programs, we have different other professional certifications, partnerships, and accreditations. Of course, due to time constraints, we can invite all representatives to give insights. So for further discussion, you can always reach out to your program coordinator to give you more insights into the different and various professional body that appeals to your master's program. We also have representative from the Association to Advanced Colleges School of Business, in the that's ACSB, but is unavoidably absent. So yeah, due to the annual conference holding in Chicago, so there's a video to congratulate the students, which will be shared on the various WhatsApp platform. Okay, so for those that your cameras are not on, start preparing, because we'll be taking a selfie at the end of this event. Okay, so start preparing your cameras. You need to be camera friendly so that you can have the best shots and the moment, which you can also use on your social media handles and platforms, you know, with the hashtag RBSN23. The world needs to know that you're beginning a journey towards becoming better professionally and, of course, expanding your business. Okay, so for the closing remark, I'll be inviting a faculty representative in the person of Dr. Lambert Ofegu to give us some insight and, of course, close the ceremony. So after the closing remark, please stay on the call for the selfie, of course, for the group photograph. You're welcome, Dr. Lambert.
Yeah, thank you very much. You're welcome. For you to be in this program up till this closing time, I will say congratulations. There is no need of talking through all the things that has been said, but I assure you that you're at the right place. If not for anything, I will tell you, you may have known that before now, that Rome Business School Nigeria is a direct investment of Rome Business School outside of Rome. It is not a franchise. So you being in Rome Business School Nigeria, you have all the privileges as if you are attending Rome Business School in Rome. So that alone will give you the confidence that you're in the right place. And I will take myself, for example, I have over 30 years experience in evidence-based practice, meaning that that is what the faculty is delivering to you. By simple mathematics, if you say, let's say 30 years, faculty of my category, let's say times 20, you will be having 600 years of experience, minimum. So that is a thing you have to go home and be glad that you have taken the right decision. So on behalf of the faculty and the management of Rome Business School Nigeria, and again, I saw Professor Aguso is in the program. It is a very big honor to have him stay till the end of the program. That will tell you our attitude in Rome Business School, the attitude of the faculty, the attitude of the management. We care for you, and we believe that you will reciprocate in the same manner, because our idea is to make a better society, not even just in academics, but in social good. So thank you very much and welcome.
All right, thank you, Dr. Lambert, for that brief and very insightful closing remark. And of course, that signals the end of the orientation ceremony. Okay, the conversation doesn't end here. All right, you also need to take it to the social media and let the world know, like I said, that you've started a journey with Rome Business School. Okay, so I would like our cameras to be on, like I said, so that we can take the group photograph. Before that, you can drop on the chat box the fire emoji, you know, your excitement. You can comment and appreciate the different speakers for the different insights and knowledge they've shared during the course of this orientation ceremony. You can also drop your LinkedIn URL so that you can connect and network with one another. Very important, okay? I would like to appreciate our dear executive students for taking out time today to participate in the 11th orientation ceremony of Rome Business School Nigeria, April 2023 intake. Okay, so like I said, this signals the beginning of a one-year learning journey. So sacrifices has to be made, commitments, and focus. So at the end of the 1 year, when you travel to Rome for the graduation ceremony, you know, there's a lot of experiences and stories to be shared. Okay, so we'll have a group photograph now, if we're ready to take a group photograph.
Okay, so kindly put on your video now. We are about taking the group photograph. Wherever you are, kindly turn on your video as the didactic is taking the group photograph.
Okay, kindly put on your camera. Very important. We're waiting for some of us. All right, I can see beautiful faces here. All right, stay put while we capture. Because we have some people that are camera shy. Camera is not on. All right, didactics, kindly confirm the photograph has been taken. Okay, still hold on, please. Still taking it. Hold on. And I still hold on, please. Still on it.
Okay, Chris, we are done. But before we take the last one, I would like everyone to say Rome Business School. I will take the last shot.
All right, Rome Business School as we take the last shot, please.
Rome Business School.
Okay, we are good to go now.
All right, thank you so much, Philip, for the capture. Of course, you get this group photograph sent to your various WhatsApp platform. I would like to especially appreciate the Dean and the founder president, Rome Business School, the person of Professor Antonio Ragusa.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you all. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Cha-cha. So I'd like to also specially recognize the country director, the person of Dr. Humphrey Akanazu, the various representatives of the different professional bodies, the keynote speaker, the person of Mr. Alok, and the Rome Business School alumni that gave us insight into the testimonial and walked us through his journey. Dear executive students, this occasion was organized for you. And like I said, this is the beginning of a great experience for 1 year. It's a pleasure having you on this call. My name is Christopher Lawal. Once again, I'm the head of admissions, Rome Business School, Nigeria. And of course, it's going to be a wonderful experience. Ciao, ciao. So don't forget your social media handles, okay, hashtag RBSN23. share the news, spread the news, let it go viral, signal your commencement of the master's program. Thank you very much for the participation, and thank you for your patience also.
My destiny, I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand